Good morning, I'm Billy Tarasio with this morning's update on the Gilbert Goons situation. Lots of changes from yesterday. First, the town of Gilbert yesterday put up photos of youth they wanted help identifying from incidents that they had reopened or newly reported incidents. They have taken those photos down. I will tell you why. Also, the city of Chandler had a town council meeting last night, and it was very, very different from the town of Gilbert's council meeting. Finally, to reiterate what I put in a video yesterday, but what didn't get a lot of views, 2 adult males have been arrested in relation to the August in and out attack of Richard Cooner's son, Aris Arredondo, and Christopher Fantastic, both of whom are being held on a $25,000 bond. Okay, so Town of Gilbert listed these photos yesterday and asked for the public's help in identifying who is in the videos. They blurred out the faces to protect any minor's identity, which is hard. Like, we want the identity, but we're not going to show you the faces. Well, guess what? Within hours, they were all identified, and that is why the photos have been taken down. It is obviously slightly problematic that within hours the public could identify these people who now should be charged, and those were closed, or those were not previously prosecuted, maybe for lack of evidence. Many things that we've heard from the Gilbert PD many times is that we didn't know who it was. Like, the victim couldn't identify the attacker, and therefore they moved on. Well, what we're learning now is that that was a huge mistake, and that these people, even if you don't know your attacker, there are videos everywhere and we can identify people. So big problem. I suspect after this all gets wrapped up, after these arrests happen, and they will happen, there will be massive shakeup in Gilbert's leadership because this is really a failure. It is absolutely a failure that these were closed and that they weren't investigated earlier. Chandler Town Council meeting, very, very different from Gilbert Town Council meeting. Had I not gone to Gilbert's first, I don't think I would have been as impressed with Chandler's. Chandler's ran how I would expect it to run. There was no dysfunction, there was leadership, they were listening. Another key difference between the Gilbert and the Chandler meeting, at the Chandler meeting and at the Gilbert meeting, both had people, residents, report acts of violence that had happened to them that were not handled by police. So both, and it was multiple people at both meetings said, this is what happened to me, and there was no results. The difference is, the council is not allowed to respond or converse with the person that is presenting, but the difference is the Chandler council acknowledged what was said by turning to police and town managers to say, let's make sure we get that video. Let's make sure we follow up with so-and-so. So indirectly, they were able to meet the people where they were at. That response simply made it feel like they cared more than Gilbert, even though it was a very slight difference. Preston Lords Stepmother was in attendance. Other victims' parents were in attendance. Interesting that they did not go to the Gilbert meeting. They did go to the Chandler meeting, and their speeches were so moving and so sad. There was not a dry eye in this meeting. There are rumors circulating that we will have more arrests today. Certainly, if that happens, I will let you know.